look like you banged your stomach again?
I'm feeling great, ready to play game 82 on Sunday. Excited about it.
Is this a re-aggravation? I know you've had some thumb issues here. Or was it kind of something there?
From what I know, just a re-aggravation, the same thing, but hopefully it wasn't anything serious.
Got x-rays during the game?
Yeah.
Impact, shot at all.
It did a little bit just because it was freshly ringing, new pain, but I don't think it'll last too long.
Is it more like a swelling thing or just like the joint, the movement of the thumb?
I'm not really good with the anatomy, so I just know it hurts right now, but I'll be all right.
Have you kind of absorbed all the standings, ramifications, and what the next, few days looks like for you?
Yeah, I haven't really got too wrapped up into it. I just know we had to win the last 2 games to give ourselves the best chance of safety getting into whatever seed that's a playoff series and a week off. So it's the same situation going into Sunday. The Clippers coming in, they're a good team, they're playing well. Different than we've seen him with Kawhi, so we gotta be ready for that challenge. We were watching the Kings Clipper game down the last minute or so in the locker room, but we've known the situation for a pretty long time, so you don't get too wrapped up in the drama of it, even though it's great for the league, seeing how it all ends up.
For a team that's been in playoff mode for the last month, how important or how big would it be to get just a week off and kind of avoid the play-in?
The play-in is wild. We've been in it a couple times. Hasn't gone well for us. But to your point, we've had a sense of urgency for a pretty long time, and we've given ourselves a chance to control some part of our destiny in that respect. So. Yeah, you want to have a guaranteed series. You want to take advantage of what that schedule looks like and avoid the chaos of a 1-game play-in situation, because we've been there, done that.
Given where you guys were earlier this season, just how would you assess the journey this group has been on to get to this point and just these last couple of months in general?
Just trying to develop an identity of what it means to win, play consistently. We've had some blips in the radar, but for the most part, where we were, 10th or 11th in the standings at one point, it looked pretty bleak. And to be in this situation, you got to take a lot of positives of how we've been playing, and hopefully we have something to show for it come next weekend.
Steve said he feels like you guys you said you guys were probably in a better place a few weeks ago in terms of connectivity, rhythm, flow. Have you noticed that, and why do you think that might be?
10 days ago, we beat Memphis, LA, Denver in a 3-game stretch. It's really hard to win in this league, and yeah, you have a high standard of how you want to play, and the Houston game, the San Antonio game weren't our best basketball, but you kind of lock in on the positives of what we've been doing, and knowing defensively, we've been a very consistent team, and our numbers show it. Offensively, we've been kind of hit or miss, and I think that's just a little bit of lack of execution, getting organized and things like that. But for a coach, obviously, he's going to have a certain viewpoint, which we do have a high standard. We do need to play the way that we expect to play every night, and if it doesn't happen, you try to address the issues on the fly. I think we've done a pretty good job of that for a pretty long time. So we got to have a little bit more in the tank come Sunday and then the rest of the way.
Steph, you said all you wanted was a chance to play meaningful games. How would you describe Sunday?
I don't want to be too dramatic. It should be a Game 7 kind of vibe. You win, and again, you control your destiny on a guaranteed playoff series. You lose, you roll the dice. So I think I said the last game, good teams find a way to win, big games like that. And that's what we're aiming to be.
Steph,
I really like how that's the ESPN reporter, asked that question, and Steph responded like it needs to feel like a Game 7. Okay, that's a big deal because the Warriors want to control their fate.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can look at this maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago and go, you know what, that Clippers game at the very end on that Sunday is going to matter big time. And lo and behold, it is. I can't imagine a scenario where it's a tougher situation for the Warriors in the sense that they're playing a team they have not beaten. I know the Warriors are different, so are the Clippers.
Yeah.
But
Kawhi.
yeah, Kawhi is a beast.
Big factor.
Yes, yes. So, I mean, I think both teams obviously are better than they were earlier this season. Both teams are better. And for the Warriors, you look at that game and you go, what are the ways to win that game? And you look at Kawhi, it's going to be difficult to overcome. And Zubac has been playing really good basketball.
Yeah.
And when he's played the Warriors, he's feasted. You know, he's so big. I mean, he's not Joker, but in terms of a guy in the paint, he's as good as anybody in the league when it comes to being effective in traffic in the paint. He's really good at that. So you look at what he does and what he brings to this team, and the Warriors got to find a way to combat that because, you know, they're already undersized.
Yeah.
And he makes them look even smaller.
Yeah.
So they got to figure out a way.
Ice pack game for Draymond, ice pack game for Looney probably, maybe even a little QP on him. Quentin Post back for this one. Going back to Steph though, you could tell he does not want to talk about him. The Warriors sit in 6th. That's where they want to finish, but the Clippers might have a little something to do with that.
Yeah, the Clippers still have something to play for. So Sunday's game, to me, is like Game 7 of the first round of the playoffs for the Warriors. It really is because you don't want to mess around, and you hope that they're at home. And like Draymond has said, they're a different team now. The Clippers haven't seen them in almost 4 months. So the last time they saw the Warriors, they weren't these Warriors. And the Clippers been playing really good basketball.
Really good. The Clippers have won 7.
Hello xin chào tất cả các bạn nha. Mình sẽ giới thiệu cho các bạn về kênh của mình và những video của mình cho các bạn biết được là kênh của mình là một video sáng tạo nội dung về chủ đề gì. Video của mình sẽ làm xuyên suốt về chủ đề cắt dán này. Mình sẽ cắt dán cái sản phẩm như thế này cho các bạn xem. Đây là những sản phẩm mình đã hoàn thiện rồi. Sẽ giới thiệu sơ qua cho các bạn xem những sản phẩm của mình và cách của mình tạo ra những sản phẩm như thế nào. Và để tạo ra được những sản phẩm đa dạng màu sắc như thế này và như thế này, mình sẽ cần những dụng cụ như sau. Hỗ trợ là đây là giấy thủ công mỏng các bạn bên tay phải của mình là giấy thủ công mỏng, đa dạng những màu sắc, để tạo ra những sản phẩm đẹp cho các bạn xem. Đấy. Có giấy màu xanh dương này, giấy màu cam này, giấy màu đỏ này.